Namibia will be celebrating 32 years of independence on the 21st March under the theme A People United for Prosperity. For this year's commemoration, the MICT Erongo Regional Office took to the Swakopmund community to speak to the ordinary faces of Erongo on the importance of celebrating Namibia's independence, as well as to reflect on how the region, especially the youth, can use its resources to prosper, and this is what they had to say.
Yes, independence liberated us from the colonial forces, and that was a very big achievement for us. And we believe that a lot of opportunities arise from that for our Namibian citizens, and that we need to nurture that and take care of it and do it in a way that it can benefit the country and all the countrymen in Namibia, because it's important for us. It is so it was so needed that we got our independence, and what we do about this now is in our hands, and we must make sure that with the help of God we can steer this country into a direction that can benefit all the citizens in Namibia.
Independence is meaning to me to be free from colonialism, from being a human recognized as a human being, as stipulated in Chapter 3 of the Namibian Constitution. That's why I feel it's good to be free. As a person who went through thin and thick, when it comes to the struggle of this country, it means a lot. Because that day is where I was a very happy person. I was very much happy because I have seen the Namibian flag goes up and the South African flag coming down. That was make me proud, and that was, I'm always, until today, saying that is my achievement, and that is what I was fighting for.
Yeah, for me, independence means a lot of things. Because when in the past, if you see, there was limit, no movement for the people. There was a divided location. So when independence comes, it's a freedom for me to be free. We was like in a prison, but someone in the prison, you don't have to move whatever you want. You be like in a limited space. But when the independence comes, for me, it play a lot of role. We are free. You can stay wherever you want to stay. You can, maybe you want to stay in Feneta of Kramersdorp, you can go if you have resource to go and stay there. The school also was divided, but when the independence came, we remind for the independence to see that independence, what was happening in the past. So always we remember that this country become free today because some people, they was fighting to liberate this country, to make it free.
There are so many opportunities for our youth out there. And from when they start school, where we have free education and where we say that it is in their hands and it's available to all of them, that they must use that, make the best out of it, be successful, and I'm very worried if I look at so many of our youth today, where they just so disorientated. They don't know where to go, what to do, what they want to achieve in life, and that is a big problem for me. And you know, where they in an independent Namibia make use of the opportunities that's out there. There's many opportunities for our youth. Today, our children can become doctors, they can become pilots, they can become lawyers, they can become pastors, teachers. All opportunities are there for them. It just depends on them. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And if they can adhere to good discipline, I use discipline again because so many of our learners are totally disorientated. They out there, they don't know what to do, they don't know what they want to achieve. That is where we have a lot of problems also, not just out there in the community, but in our schools as well. And in a way, some parents are so weak also. They do not know, or they don't want to take charge to discipline their own children. In many instances, they just give it over to the school, and they say, you do this, and you discipline our learners, and it already starts at home. So the opportunities that's there, if our learners and children and youth can just take those opportunities and make a success out of it, they will be achieving what they want to achieve, and they will be successful in life one day, and they will be able to look after themselves one day, and we won't be so dependent on our government and other donations and whatever we need, but they will be able to do and make their own decisions.
I think you mentioned tourism, and I think maybe it's also an opportunity for Erongo regional youth to take part on tourism in order to showcase Erongo region, because we have a lot of resources, we have a lot of unique drawings, like the white lady at Ui's side, that is Erongo, and also the Erongo mountain. So there's a lot of our youth to can explore in our region. And for those who are also having an opportunity to get quotas or fish rights, it's also better for them to develop Erongo region. Yeah, so we must just adapt the culture of investment at home where we are coming from.
In a community, we need to improve a lot of things, to train with the youth, they need to train with them. We need to be a good community, those who look after the others. And also what we see is a good people, is a good citizen. When in your community develop the business, you see they need a business to develop, they need a new business, they need to work together as a team in a community, help one another in a community. So my advice for the youth is the future leader. They need to look after our elders, and they need to look after the country, because the future is in their hand. When a youth you drop the school, it is difficult to develop the country. The youth must be focused for the school. When they study, they know how can they develop this country. And this country is in their hand.